Good evening, Maggie. It is the Wednesday the 28th. Yeah. It's not that I've run out of things to talk about. It's just that I don't really want to edit. Not that I don't care. Just that I think I can. Ooh, that was a bad note. Say everything I want to say without spending 3 hours editing. That being said, had a good Christmas. Not great. Good. The days preceding were alright. Hope yours get better. Hope I see you before you go home. Haven't heard from you lately. I'll probably give you a call tonight. I don't know. It's been a long week. That being said, I'm going to read to you, not because I have nothing else to talk about, but because I like reading, and I don't know if you're still down or not, but it might make you feel better. It's from Neil Gaiman's short story book, Fragile Things. I've read from this before, but it never gets old. This one's called Locks. We owe it to each other to tell stories, as people simply, not as father or daughter. I tell it to you for the 100th time. There was a little girl called Goldilocks, for her hair was long and golden, and she was walking in the wood, and she saw cows, you say with certainty, remembering the straight heifers we saw in the woods behind the house last month. Well, yes, perhaps she saw cows, but she also saw a house. A great big house, you tell me. No, a little house, all painted, neat, and tidy. A great big house. You have the conviction of all 2-year-olds. I wish I had such certitude. Ah, yes, it was a great big house, and she went in. I remember, as I tell it, that the locks of Southerny's heroine had silvered with age. The old woman and the 3 bears, perhaps they had been golden once, when she was a child. And now we were already up to the porridge, and it was too hot, and it was too cold. And then it was, we chorused, just right. The porridge is eaten, the baby's chair is shattered, Goldilocks goes upstairs, examines beds, and sleeps unwisely. But when the bears return, remembering, Southie still, I do the voices. Father Bear's gruff boom scares you, and you delight in it. When I was a child and I heard the tale, if I was anyone, I was Baby Bear, my porridge eaten and my chair destroyed, my bed inhabited by some strange girl. You giggle when I do the baby's wail. Someone's been eating my porridge, and they've eaten it all up, you say. A response it is, or an amen. The bears go upstairs hesitantly. Their house now feels desecrated. They realize what locks are for. They reach the bedroom. Someone's been sleeping in my bed. And I hesitate, echoes of old jokes. Soft-core cartoons, crude headlines in my head. One day your mouth will curl at that line. A loss of interest, later, innocence. Innocence, as if it were a commodity. And if I could, my father wrote to me, huge as the bear himself when I was younger, I would dower you with experience without experience. And I, in turn, would pass that on to you. But we make our own mistakes. We sleep unwisely. The repetition echoes up the years. When your children grow, when your dark locks begin to silver, when you are an old woman, alone with your 3 bears, what will you see? What stories will you tell? And then Goldilocks jumped out of the window and she ran, together now, all the way home. And you say again, again, again. We owe it to each other to tell stories. These days my sympathy's with Father Bear. Before I leave my house, I lock the door, and check each bed and chair on my return. Again, again, again. That's all for today, Maggie. I will see you on Friday. Happy New Year.